Hi, and welcome once again to Backstage at the Upper Room. Tonight we are proud and pleased to present Victoria
Jackson.
I knew the name.
You were going to say Victoria Principal.
No, I was. All right. Hi, and once again to Backstage at the Upper Room. This is our maiden voyage. We just finished interviewing Michelle Pilar, and now we are pleased to be interviewing the one and only Victoria Jackson. Welcome, Victoria, to the Upper Room.
Thank you, Ron Strand. My first time. I'm very excited.
This is your first time at the Upper Room, and we are very excited to have you. And I actually have had you on my radar for a long time to get to the Upper Room. Yes. As a matter of fact, me and one of the guys that helps run the Upper Room were talking one night, and we said, who are some of the people that we would love to get in the next 5 years? And you were on that list.
How did I get on that list?
Because you are so good at what you do, and you are...
but I'm retired.
Well,
and people
really?
Think I'm dead.
But look at you. You're not retired. You're all dressed up.
I am retired, but I'm not dead.
Well, we're glad you're not dead, and we're glad you're here.
I dusted off my tight bling bling dress, and I dusted off my ukulele, and I'm very excited to be here. I'm honored to be here.
Well, thank you, and we're honored to have you.
Thank
you.
Well,
one of the things that I think probably most people know you from is a cast member, one of the cast members of Saturday Night Live. Mm-hmm. You were on from when to when?
1986 to 1992.
Yeah.
I was with Dana Carvey, Dennis Miller, John Lovitz, Phil Hartman, Kevin Nealon, Jan Hooks, and Nora Dunn.
And you know what, if I could say so, those were, I think, some of the best years of SNL.
And then when I left, it all fell apart.
It did. It just didn't hold without you.
Yes. And then when I was an old-timer there, my last 2 years or 3 years, we had David Spade, Chris Farley, and Adam Sandler. So I got to kind of overlap with them, and then they became big movie stars, and I became a housewife in the suburbs.
Well, that's a good thing.
It was super fun. To raise the kids was the super funnest part of my whole life.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I remember most about you when you're, well, not so much on Saturday Night Live, but I just remember is that you did these gymnastics. You did handstands and all kinds of things.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'm not turning this way because I don't like my profile, just so you know.
Okay.
But I don't want to be rude, Ron.
Okay.
My father was a gymnastics coach, so when I was trying to make up a stand-up act or get noticed in Hollywood against 50 other blonde girls when I was 20, I thought if I held a handstand, maybe they'd remember me. And then when I got to SNL, we had to write our own material, and I didn't really know how because I didn't have any training from Second City or the Groundlings. So I kind of threw a handstand on the update desk, or I just, I was just trying to. I don't really think it's funny. Maybe visually it's funny. But the funny part to me is my dad took gymnastics out of the gym, and he put it on the street. Like he used to do a handstand on his car and on a mailbox and stuff. And he also took Jesus out of the church, and he would witness to his gymnastic students, and he would tell them Bible verses in the gym when we were working out and we were all sweaty. And I thought that was what was cool about my dad, that it's kind of funny to watch gymnastics when it's not in a gym and not in a leotard, when it's in regular clothes. And it's kind of what Jesus did. Was he went out into the streets to tell the gospel. He didn't just tell it in church.
Yeah, wow. So that was an influence on you early on.
My dad was a very big influence on me.
So what a lot of people don't realize is that you were a believer even when you were on cast of SNL.
Yes, people are surprised, and I understand. And hi, Michelle Pilar. Thanks to Michelle, I met you, and I'm here. And Michelle is encouraging me to be part of the ministry world, and I'm thrilled because I always wished I could do my comedy act in churches and tell my testimony. And so maybe this is the beginning of a new season.
I think so. I think you have
and
a
it's
lot
all
to
because
share.
of you.
Well, it's not because of me.
And her and Jesus.
Well, I think, with both you and Michelle, I think you guys are just wonderful communicators. You're funny, and you've just got so much talent. And I'm so in awe of that. I really love people.
My thing is eking.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is, but we'll
What were we saying a minute ago?
Well, I was going to ask you
Oh,
about
but I
your
was a
time-
believer on SNL.
Yeah, what was that like? I mean, was your faith challenged, or what was that like?
Well, I'll tell you. That's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Shouldn't I save it?
Okay,
Aren't
let's
they
save
going to
it.
watch this tonight?
Well, they'll be watching this after.
Ooh, shiny.
So,
Well, just to make it quick, my husband was on the SWAT team. Excuse me. In the 80s and 90s, and I was on SNL, and it's kind of the same thing. I mean, he was like the only Christian on the SWAT team, and I was probably the only Christian, in the cast or whatever. And the way I look at it is, being a Christian, you're always a minority, no matter what job you're in. Fireman, secretary, we're kind of a minority, and we're kind of stand out a little bit, or we're supposed to. And I just thought I should show up on time, do my best, be professional, and then whenever the opportunity came up, I would mention my faith in Jesus. It came up a couple times, but not a lot of times, because comedy is very serious, almost as serious as heart surgery.
is it really? Comedy's a serious thing.
Yeah, very competitive, and mostly people are just trying to stay on the show and not get fired and get airtime. So, but Kevin, but I did give him the Bible on cassette one time for Christmas and as a present, hoping that maybe they'd listen. Why am I squeaking?
I don't know. We'll try to edit that out.
Okay.
Let's trade mics. How's that? Maybe it's the position you're in.
But maybe it's my bling.
Okay, well, let's try this. Let's see if this does it.
Testing.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, and I even sound better on the monitor now.
I want to talk about you.
Oh, you don't want to talk about me. You asked me last night.
You're a great cook.
Oh, well,
you
thank
have a
you.
beautiful home. I
Thank
love
you.
your wife, Kathy.
Oh, thank you.
And I felt immediately loved and safe in your home.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. And, well, we'd loved having you. And
Except your dog didn't like me.
she didn't for some reason.
But I think I had bad vibes last night.
Do you?
Because me and my husband had a tiff.
Uh-oh.
But it's over now.
It's over now.
And he bought me
Okay.
expensive perfume today.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's great.
Can you smell it?
I can smell it.
Oh,
It
it's
smells
kinda
wonderful.
strong.
Yes, yes. Well, and Paul, what a wonderful guy. I got to talk to him and meet him. And so, yeah, it was wonderful having you guys. So tell us, as we kind of close this out, tell us one thing. It's like I asked Michelle, one thing that you would like the audience to know that they probably don't know about you.
I weigh 90 pounds.
You weigh 90 pounds.
Yeah, I don't look like it.
Yeah.
But I'm actually very anorexic.
Well,
No, seriously? What did they not know about me? I'm a pretty serious person.
are you really?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that about a lot of comedians. They're real serious kind of when they're
I'm
not on
very
stage.
serious. And my husband, the policeman, even though he looks like this all the time, he's actually funny, the funniest one.
Really?
So maybe that's something they don't know.
Yeah. Well, we are so pleased to have you here, and we're so looking forward to tonight. And
Thank you.
thank you for being a part of this. And so now we've had Michelle Pilar here, and
Yay, Michelle
now-
Pilar!
and now we have Victoria Jackson. And so thanks again, Victoria.
Thank you. Me and Michelle are a good pair because we're very different.
You guys are good together. I could see you guys fit together like
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Reese's, chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Hand and glove, all that stuff. I feel like we should break into soft shoe here. Well, thank you again, and look at that. Will we get any handstands tonight?
No,
No? Okay.
I can still do it though.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Watch
sure
my
you can.
Instagram. I do them all the time,
Okay.
but not in my fancy dress.
Not in your Vans. Yeah, okay, that would make sense. Well, thanks again, Victoria. And thanks for watching.